one of the critical things with raising capital and funding rounds, as you describe it, is to ensure that in a way that they're not an end goal in of themselves. You're not raising funding because it's good for PR, or it's a nice external milestone for your business. You're raising the capital in order to unlock the next phase of growth, the next phase of innovation, the next phase of scale. And so that's the end goal. The end goal is to continue to grow and build your business, and to do that hopefully in a rapid and scalable way, but also increasingly in an efficient and sustainable way. And I think we see and read lots of stories out in the markets of technology businesses that get ahead of their skis, raise too much capital at too high a valuation, and aren't able to then deliver against that. And that could be really bad for all the stakeholders, the customers, the employees, the shareholders in those businesses. But largely, I mean, it's not complex in the sense of, when you're trying to build something like Signal AI, which is incredibly ambitious from a technology and data processing perspective. I mean, if you think about the volume of data that Signal AI is processing on a real-time basis, we literally aggregate all the world's media in real time, all the world's social media, all the world's regulatory data, broadcast, podcast, public disclosure data, litigation and policy data from around the world in 75 plus languages, translated into English in real time. So we are processing tens of millions of data documents every day, billions of data points, and all of that is available in our platform in real time to search over, to analyze, to go back in time and look at historical trends. So to build that from the ground up requires capital. There's content and data costs from a licensing perspective. There's computational costs to host all of that in the cloud and make it all available. There's obviously people costs to build this technology, and increasingly with the war for talent, for great AI research and great engineering, access to the best talent has become increasingly competitive and increasingly global, as well in a remote world. So all of that requires capital. And that's before you even get into go to market, because when we entered the market, there were already a number of very large incumbent businesses in our space, doing in some cases more than $1 billion of revenue with very, very strong brands and profiles. And so partly we're building all of this capability, but partly we've then got to create this go to market engine and build the brand awareness and the name recognition to build our profile. So that required capital over time. And so there was probably from post the garage days when we started out, every sort of 18 months to 2 years, we sort of went back and raised more capital to continue to invest in those core components.